A beautiful and lovely gamers, my name is Jonal. Hope your Monday is going great. That's a great start of the week. I know mine is. Welcome to this episode of Monday Mailbox, where I take your suggestion, your ideas, anything that you really want to ask me, if this is gaming related, Overwatch, any FPS game and so on, and I try to answer them as much as possible. Now, if you want to submit your own question to this series, well, our Discord server is linked down in the description. There's an own chat room called #Mailbox Monday. You can just submit your questions right there. The golden question of the day come from Chiwato, which asks, what are your do's and don'ts? Well, do's and do nots for shot calling, so in Overwatch. And it's quite simple. My do nots are, if you're doing shot calling, you should always do shot calling where it tells your team what the next plan is and kind of what you guys are going to do without micromanaging their account. So you should not tell Ryan, go high ground. You should say, okay, we're playing this choke, or we're going to use these ultimate or something like that, but you shouldn't try to script an engagement, because, well, that will never happen. You will never be able to script an engagement. It will always be kind of on and off and iffy, and something will happen and whatnot. It's just, for example, okay, we're going to be aggressive with these ultimates, we're going to pop Graviton early this fight, right, and so on, and then hope that Ysari does that instead of trying to micromanage Ysari and everybody else. Short, precise information that lets the team know what the plan is. That is the best kind of information for a shot call to give. Question number 2 come from R. Mata, and that says, which DPS heroes do you think pair well with Genji, or which has the worst chemistry with Genji? Now, I could go on for ages with this, and I might do that if you guys want to see a video where I talk about what heroes work well with Genji and so on. If you guys want to see a specific video like that, tell me down in the comment section so I can know that I should be working on that. But essentially, one of the heroes that I like the most to play with Genji is I really like to play Tracer with the Genji. Having a Tracer or a Sombra, but especially a Tracer with the Genji, really likes me, just because it reminds me of the old days with Dive, and it just allows me another DPS that can attack somebody and I can normally follow up on it. If not, then stuff like Pharah is really good. I also really, of course, like to have an Ana with me if I can choose support, just because anti-nade, not just because Nana, because anti-nade is really nice to have. Same goes for to have as Yara if I can have that support, just because Discord or on target does me a lot of things. But for DPS heroes and stuff like Pharah, stuff like Tracer works really well for me. I also kind of like to have a Kree with me. Yeah, those kind of heroes that I feel can help me and I can do follow-up with really helps me. But in general, just having stuff also that protects my main group, make sure, for example, like Kree can stay in my main group, so I know that I can off angle without seeing my tanks getting bullied too much. The same goes with Hanzo's, even though the Hanzo isn't that much help for me as Genji, yes, he can one-tap shit for me. The Hanzo at least make sure that we're not losing damage output from my tanks, just because I decided to play Genji this game and I want to off angle more. Question number 3 is, what my opinion for Overwatch on the Switch? It's, for me, the Overwatch for the Switch is kind of like, ooh, that's really neat, and why would I buy that? For me, I don't see the Switch for me is more of a portable game system. I play Smash on it, I play Legend of Zelda on it, I play some other games on it, but I don't I rarely play online games on it, and for that I normally have my PC. If I have Wi-Fi, I normally have my stationary. Sometimes I'll play it, when I'm over, down in Denmark or something like that at my dad's place, and I can't bring my stationary, I'll bring my Switch. But I normally play Switch games. I normally don't play Overwatch. I suppose it would be really cool if you were doing that. But then again, if I finally leave my home or my university, not doing university work or something like that, a lot of time I don't have time then to play, or because I'm spending time, and the little time I have, I don't think I would play on the Switch, just because the control scheme is so weird. I heard that you could play with a PS4 controller, but that was like in a separate adapter and shit. So it's really neat, and I suppose for a lot of people that would be really cool. But for me, because I can just play on PC and I don't like playing Overwatch and anything else but PC, just no. And actually, for the same question, he asked, what is my goals for the channel? And would I ever do, and if I ever would do sponsorship. Now, I'm actually working with a sponsorship right now. It's not a huge thing, but it's a thing that I think would be really good for the community and so on. The reason that I personally haven't done sponsorship as of yet is just because I don't want something, if I say, hey guys, check out this product, I don't want to say, hey guys, check out this product, and then it's not actually being a product that I want you guys to check out. I don't want that, mistrust. That's just not worth it for me. So that's why I haven't done sponsorship, because I've been sent by, gambling sites and all kinds of weird stuff, merch sites that sell all kind of LED lights and whatnot. And really, I haven't been able to just come for a deal where they are able to provide anything that I think is beneficial for my community, and then I don't feel like putting my name behind it, because that's essentially what I do. When I say yes to a sponsorship, for me right now, it's about me signing off on a product that I say, hey guys, this is really cool, check it out. They haven't really done that. And the goals for my channel is really just to make an environment where gamers can, well, talk about gaming. Normally FPS games, since that's what I'm covering here, but that's it. Fostering good mental health and so on, and like just good life habits and good life advice as well, or something, but it's more towards gaming, FPS gaming, and just having that, that passion, that hobby. That's what this channel is about for me. Building a community that just can have fun with what we love, and be, good. As I like to say, if you're good at something, it's more enjoyable. And I want people to enjoy gaming. That's why I try to help as many people to get better at it. And that's also why I'm excited. But also to make, what's it called? Well thought out decisions or purchases and so on. Reviewing games and making sure that the games are actually good as they go out, so people don't waste their money or even waste their time on something that they shouldn't be wasting their time on. And in general, just building up a system where I can talk about also stuff that's going really, really shit in the gaming community, like racism or discrimination or anything hateful like that. In general, I want to be able to help the gaming community, which helped me so much and been such a source of just happiness in my life for so many people I know. I want that for my channel, to be able to foster that. Again, that's also why I try my very best to make every single game or video, a lot of my videos, to try to make them positive, at least in some form. I try to make them, funny and relatable and actually talk. I don't want to be, super just love, peace, and happiness, because that's not me. But I'm trying to do everything, at least in a positive light, because I try to look at stuff in my life from a positive angle. And again, asking really good questions. Do I ever want to see crossplay in Overwatch? Like, either for like quick play only or something? Do I think that's a bad idea? I think it's a really bad idea to implement crossplay in Overwatch. I understand that people would like that, but the fact is that PC players have such an advantage over console players in Overwatch. It's insane because of the raw aim that's relied, and you can see this for console players about what's the meta. Like Pharah is like so dominant on console just because of the low amount of hits. Can you imagine a console Widowmaker trying to go up against a PC Widowmaker on high elos? Doesn't matter if you have aim assist. Like the amount of flicks you can do. The same goes with Tracer. Like the amount of stuff you can do. And while console players can be really, really good, and I coach console players, and I coach really high rank console players a lot of time also. I've seen them play. They're really good aim. But comparatively to a mouse, in my opinion, it's not compatible. Like, not even close. And I also don't want the development team to put resources on something like that whenever I can drop it into, development of the game and content and whatnot. And the very, very, very last question is, do you find any elos particularly boring or annoying to coach? Why? I don't find any elos ever annoying to coach. I think that every elo is fun. I've coached everything from bronze to 500 now so many times that I think that GM is the most interesting, just because when I come to, like, if you come here to me and you're diamond or plat or gold or something, that I immediately, like, without even seeing the VOD, I already know your mistakes, like, mostly because while the players are different, I can kind of, it's very much the same, like that's gonna run over. Some people are very different, and to find a way to coach a guy out from his playstyle so that he can understand, so he can use the tools that he already have and what he needs to show, that's different. But GM is always like, you don't know what the guy is actually lacking. In Platinum, you know that it's normally, accuracy needs to get improved on crosser placement, positioning, ability usage, decision making, understanding high ground control, understanding map control, all this kind of like stuff. They are various, but in over to GM, it's far more nuanced. It's far more, okay, what is this guy actually lacking? What is he not lacking? What I do, however, find very, very irritating for people to coach is people that makes up a lot of excuses a lot, because those are very easy, or people that don't want to listen. Those two are like my biggest frustrations. People that buys a coaching system because they think that's immediately going to make them improve without wanting to put in the effort or time or energy to actually improve. And every time you're like, oh yeah, you can see this, like a guy in gold, and I'm like, okay, so yeah, you need to work on your accuracy. And he's like, oh no, my accuracy is actually really good. It was just this one game that was really bad. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's not how this works. Or stuff like that. Like, you're not, all of a sudden master's aim if you're stuck in gold here. And you like, the guy's like gold border or some shit, right? Like, that shit doesn't cut it, right? People that make up excuses about stuff, or that just comes in there and is not motivated at all. They kind of buy a coaching session, is like, okay, I want to rank up, and I'm like, okay, this is how we're gonna work on it. But they don't actually want to put in the effort to learn or adapt their playstyle or actually improve their playstyle. They're just wanting the coaching session to like talk shit about the teammates, for example. Some people send in scrims where they just talk shit about the teammate. Like, oh yeah, what do you think? Do you think my main tank is doing fine here? Like, he did this thing, and I'm like, well, we're coaching you right now. Like, yeah, but don't you think that's a really shit move? And I'm like, I suppose, yes. Right, like people that just want essentially a vindication or me to kind of verify how bad their team is and how good they are. That kind of player is not interesting for me, because that player doesn't actually want to improve. He just wants a high tier coach to boast his ego, and that's not very fun for me, because that's not what I do coaching for. But yeah, thank you guys for the amazing questions and amazing support on this series. Again, join the Discord community to submit your own question. There we will also be running pugs for Overwatch. It's also just a general awesome community where you guys can talk, have a good experience, ask for help with anything. There's also a chat for serious talk if you guys have something that you guys want to talk about with the community and so on. But yeah, please, as always, guys, to carry yourselves positive. I love you guys very, very much. And if you guys want to hire me as a private coach, I mentioned a bunch of times in this video. Doesn't matter if you're bronze or top 400, and doesn't matter, well, really, if you play for a team or not. If you want to rank up and improve at the game, hit me up on our Discord server. It's $50 for a 2-hour session. But with no further ado, as always, guys, keep the enemy in your crosshair.